G'day legends and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to take a closer look at the delivery I received from NSR. We're going to look at the cars, the parts and pieces, and have a closer look at the NSR delivery. So welcome back legends to the NSR deep dive into the box of goodies they sent me. Now if you did miss the live, that was a live reaction unboxing. The box was sealed, I went live, and boy was I surprised because I did not know how I was receiving. It was good to have a close-up of what the items were, but of course, being on a webcam, you couldn't really tell in detail. So today we're going to have the items up close to the cars and the parts and pieces, and then in the future we will run them around my track. But before we take a close look at the items, check out the community tab on this channel. We are doing a poll at the moment. Which color F1 2022 would you like to win? Free of charge, of course, from me. I will send it worldwide to a subscriber. Now, there is 4 cars, 4 colors. You will see them today. Jump over. There is 128 votes so far, but this will determine which car will be given away in the future. So let's get stuck into it. Let's check out the cars, let's check out the parts and pieces, and in the comments, let me know what I should do with the F1 2022, how I should review it, and of course, we've got 2 Aston Martins in there too, which are pretty damn cool. So let's dive headfirst into the box of goodies from NSR, starting with the cars. This is the NSR ASV GT3 24-hour Le Mans 2017. We have 2 of these, car 97 and 98, but the first thing I want to show is the color change. Look at that. It goes from a brown to almost like a fawn brown. It's a really weird, I wouldn't even say it's khaki, that's hard to explain. Don't know if that's picking it up on camera, but that looks incredible. Look at the stance on this. We're not going to do a full review because I do want to do a video on this in the future. Round to the front, of course, the iconic Aston Martin front and grille. Love the tinted headlights. We've got some yellowing on there. Now the major difference between this and the 98 car is the background color behind the number, and there's a couple of different brandings on there, which is really cool to see. So there you go, a stunning model by NSR. Let's take a quick look at the 98. Look around the back, massive wang of a wing. And then after the 98, we'll move on to the F1 cars. So let's take a quick look at the 98. I've left it in the crystal case to show you how you receive these. And the most important thing is the NSR boxes tell you how the motor is configured. This is an angle winder. As you can see, the 98 is orange behind, not green. And we do have the northwest on the side, which we didn't have on the 97. So a beautiful looking car. It is in its crystal case. This is how you receive it. Absolutely stunning. Look at that color. But there you go. So if you want to know what motor you're going to be running, it's an angle winder. But let's now check out the F1 cars. We have 4 colors, of course, all the same car. We'll have a quick look at the colors and then a close look at one of the F1 cars. So we have 4 NSR Formula 2022 cars, blue, red, yellow, and white. I do have a giveaway happening at the moment. You can vote on which one of these we give away at the moment. I think the red is winning. Take a look at that, stunning. Well, let's go back to the white and have a quick squiz around before I do a full review in the future. I'm a huge Formula 1 fan. These look good. They're quite epic. That front wing is absolutely stunning. And we've also got some parts and pieces to put on these as well, which I will show you those in a tick. We have some wheel inserts, some replacement halos. I believe we've got a front and rear replacement as well, which is really good to see. And I think we have some tires. So there you go, the NSR Formula 2022 test car. Yes, we'll have a full review in the future, but let's have a quick look at the 3 other colors that we've got. We've got red, we've got blue, which looks absolutely stunning. And we've got yellow, and as you can see on the top, these are running an inline motor configuration. So there we go, blue, red, and yellow, and of course the white. Jump over to the community page, vote on which one you want. But now let's look at the parts and pieces for this and the Aston Martin I received. So not only had the legends at NSR sent me 4 beautiful Formula 22 cars and 2 Aston Martins, but they've sent me some parts and pieces. Now these are for your Formula 2022. Let's start with the replacement parts. Now this is the NSR Formula 22 anti-brake flexible front and rear wing. Take a look at the size of that front wing and the rear wing as well. So yes, if you do break these, which they say anti-brake flexible, so I'm guessing this is a very strong car, but you do have some replacements. Moving on to the side mirrors and the halo. I understand the side mirrors, but if you're breaking a halo, what are you doing? You must be hoofing around the track. So there you go, some replacements. And of course, if you don't like black, you can paint them up. Moving on to, I believe we've got a spare driver here. Again, cockpit and front and rear arms. Very cool, because if anything's going to break, I think they're going to break if you hit sideways into a wall. And you do have another driver, which is really cool. Paint him up what color you want if you're supporting of a team. Now this is the coolest part. These are the add-ons to the rims, the inserts. Now we'll start with the generic black, which is on all 4 cars in the background. These are your inserts for your rims, as you can see behind. Black, which I don't mind the black. I think that looks good. Suits all the cars. Let's go to another color, white. Yes, we have white, which I think will look good on pretty much any car. But again, it's a choice. If you want to put white on white, white on red, if you want to do a custom car, you have white. Probably my favorite out of the bunch is the gold. These look incredible. This would pop on the white, and I think they'll pop on the blue as well if I had a choice out of cars, but that is my choice color. And last but not least is the red. Again, your choice of what you want to put this on. So it's good that we have some aftermarket by NSR parts from factory that you can change. Of course, paint them if you want to paint them. Moving on to, we have the aluminium rear wheels. This is the 10mm air system 2-piece. So we do have some replacement wheels as well. Nice little air system, the holes drilled in the side, lightweight. And I think the best thing to show off will be a nice little, we'll call it a device, the pinion puller, a little tool you can use for this. Now, pulling a pinion is normally quite tricky. You don't want to rip anything, tear anything, or break anything in the process. I did that when I was working on another car, not this brand, and I snapped the chassis in half. So there you go, a pinion puller. So let's move on to some chassis. Yes, they've sent me a lot. So the chassis here are quite interesting. Now, I run a wood routed track. A hard chassis, I believe, is the best for me. This is your white hard chassis for you wood track runners out there. This will be probably the pick of the choice. So there you go, white, which is your hard. Moving on to green. I'm loving the choice of colors as well. We've got extra hard. So again, if you're running a wood routed track, the extra hard will probably work. I will test all of these on my track, so stay tuned for that. I will use one of these cars as a guinea pig. So we have an extra hard. We'll see how different it is compared to the rest. A nice light blue, soft blue chassis. So this is your soft chassis. So maybe plastic track, of course. I will try this on my wood routed. I will try these all on a plastic track as well. And last but not least, we do have the medium, which is the black, which there we have it, the medium, which is the black. So again, maybe for plastic, might better try that on wood, but I will test these all out over the tracks that I have. So last but not least, we'll move on to some motor supports. Again, black. I do like how this is a change of color. You can choose what color you like. Inline motor configuration for these. We've got black, we've got light blue. Again, your choice. What would you like to put on your car? I love this. I think having choices is awesome. Red, of course, it'll suit your red Formula 1, but you can put that on maybe a black or a white chassis. And last but not least, it says white, but it's almost off-white. It's not as white as the car behind, as you can see. It's got a bit of a yellow tint to it, and you've got a white, all inline motors. So that's all the parts and pieces for the Formula 2022. Let's have a look at the rest that's in the box. So let's finish off the NSR box of goodies with some pinions, brass spacers, and some tires. We'll kick it off with the pinion. I did miss this in the Formula 2022 parts and pieces add-on. This is a 10-tooth inline, no friction, 2 pieces in here, 5.5mm for the Formula 2022, and look to be very good quality. Of course, I'll give them a whirl when we do a full test run. Onto some axle spacers in brass. All of these axle spacers are brass, high quality. This is the .276 7mm, 10 pieces. Again, you can set this car up to your liking. Some more axle spacers in brass, 10 pieces, .236 6mm. There we go again, 10 pieces. I like that they're in brass. We're not talking plastic here. We're talking some nice brass. .197 5mm brass, 10 pieces, some more spacers. And you're probably thinking, why is there different sizes here? Well, it depends on how you want to set your car up. And moving on to the last but not least, the Formula 2022 axle spacer, the .335 8.5mm brass, specifically for the Formula 2022. So another piece that I did miss for that car. Moving on to tyres. Now I haven't measured both the Aston Martin or the Formula 1, but eyeing it off, it looks like these will fit the Formula 1. We do have Ultra Grips, 19.5 by 13s for a 16.5 and 17-inch rim. Really, really cool. So some Ultra Grips. Let's see how they work on my wood routed track. I believe that's got a, I can't remember what kind of paint that is, but I don't think it's ideal for grip. Onto the red specials. This is for a 19 by 13 and it's for the 16.5 by 17 rim. Really cool. Love the red pops. Again, we'll test them on my wood routed track. Acrylic, let's see how that goes. Some more Ultra Grips here. We've got another 19 by 9.5 for the 16.5 and 17-inch rim. So I believe these will fit the front of the F1 car. And last but not least, we're going Ultra Grips again, 13 for the 16.5, 17-inch rim. And again, I believe these would fit the rear of the F1, and I will see if they fit the Aston Martin as well. So there you go, parts, pieces for the Formula 2022, and maybe for the Aston Martin, but stay tuned very, very soon for a test run on all these beasts. So that's a wrap at a closer look at the items NSR sent me. I did promise during the live to do a close-up of these items, not a full in-depth review. That will have to wait until I'm back from the UK Fest. I am running out of time. Massive thank you to NSR for sending me these items. I am speechless and blown away. I did not expect to receive this much. I knew something was coming, so thank you very much, NSR. And when I saw the size of the box, that's why I did the live unboxing reaction, because I did not know what we were getting. So thank you very much, NSR, for your continued support. I really do appreciate it, of course, in Australia and here in Austria. And of course, thank you to you at home. Without your support and supporting the channel, companies won't trust in me and send items to me. So thank you so much. And to give back, I do want to give away one of the Formula 2022's color of your choice. So please jump over to the community tab, vote. It was up to 128 votes. I think red was winning, so jump over. The voting's going to be open for a while. I will do the giveaway when I'm back from the UK. I'm slowly running out of time. And when we get back, we will do some chassis changes, some tire insert changes, and use that pinion pulley just to have a bit of fun with the items they've sent me. We've got a wood router track. I can set up plastic. We're going to do some testing together and learn some stuff together, because of course I'm not a professional, but we'll have a crack at that. But as always, at THATSLOTCARGUYOZ on Instagram and YouTube, thank you so much for your support. If you do like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. It really does help the channel. But be safe, take care. Thank you, NSR, and of course, thank you for your patience. The UK Fest is just around the corner, so I'm trying to get everything done, but we will do the stuff when we get back from the UK Festival. Ciao.